What if you could help repair your teeth with your hair? It sounds like something straight out of a late-night infomercial or maybe a sci-fi movie. But what if I told you it's a concept that scientists are seriously exploring right now? Every single year, billions of people around the world suffer from tooth decay. The World Health Organization estimates that oral diseases affect nearly 3.5 billion people, causing pain, discomfort, and a whole lot of dental visits. And here's the problem dentists have been battling for centuries. Once your tooth enamel is gone, it's gone for good. It's the hardest substance in your body, but it doesn't regenerate naturally. At least, that's what we thought. Now, some researchers are experimenting with a material derived from the very same protein found in hair, and it's showing the potential to help remineralize tooth surfaces. This line of research could one day change how we approach treating the earliest signs of cavities. The problem: the armor we can't regrow. Let's dig into that problem a little deeper. Think of your tooth enamel as the armor plating on a battleship. It's incredibly tough, designed to protect the sensitive inner layers of your teeth from a constant barrage of attacks. Those attacks come from the acids in everyday foods and drinks, sodas, citrus, coffee, and from the bacteria in our mouths that churn out acid after a sugary meal. Over time, this acid attack dissolves, or demineralizes, the enamel. This is the very start of a cavity. At first, you might just get a white spot lesion, which is a patch of weakened enamel. If you leave it alone, the erosion can continue, creating a hole that needs a filling. This whole process is a massive global health issue. For decades, our best defense has been fluoride. Fluoride is fantastic. It's a proven and essential tool that helps strengthen enamel and makes it more resistant to acid. It's a game changer for slowing down the decay process. But here's the catch: fluoride is more of a shield than a builder. It's great at preventing damage and can help remineralize the very surface of the tooth, but it can't truly regrow enamel that has been physically lost. As dental researchers often point out, unlike bone, enamel is acellular, meaning it lacks the living cells needed to repair itself. That's the central challenge of modern dentistry. We've gotten great at patching up damage with fillings and crowns, but those are artificial fixes. They're like spackling a crack in a wall. They cover the problem, but they don't restore the original structure. The potential breakthrough: a hairy solution, but now, science is exploring a new path forward, and it's coming from one of the most unexpected places imaginable: hair. And wool. And nails. The research revolves around a protein called keratin. Keratin is the structural protein that gives hair its strength and nails their hardness. It's an abundant, natural material that, in many contexts, is just considered a biological waste product. But teams of scientists are looking into ways to turn this humble protein into a tool for dental care. Now, to be clear, we're not talking about grinding up hair and putting it in a tube. The process is far more sophisticated. In a study published in Advanced Healthcare Materials, scientists from King's College London detailed how they extracted and purified keratin from sheep's wool. They then developed a method in the lab to apply this keratin-based material to the surface of a damaged tooth. The initial results were intriguing. This isn't just a patch. The idea is that the keratin material doesn't just sit on the tooth. It's designed to create a framework that might help the tooth repair itself on a microscopic level. It represents a shift in thinking from just managing dental problems to potentially regenerating damaged tissue. How it might work: the science of scaffolding. So, how could a protein from hair actually help repair the hardest substance in the human body? The secret lies in a concept called biomimetic mineralization. Biomimetic just means it mimics a biological process. In these experiments, the keratin material acts as a microscopic scaffold. Think of it like the intricate lattice work a gardener uses to guide a climbing plant. When this keratin scaffold is applied to a tooth in the lab, it comes into contact with saliva. Your saliva is naturally full of minerals, specifically calcium and phosphate ions, the exact building blocks of enamel. This keratin scaffold is bioactive, meaning it attracts and organizes these calcium and phosphate ions from the saliva. It guides them to assemble into an organized, crystal-like structure that closely mimics natural enamel. Over time, this process could build a new, hard, protective layer over a damaged area. It's less like spackling a crack and more like giving the tooth a tiny framework so minerals can grow back into place, helping restore the natural surface architecture. This new enamel-like coating could effectively seal the tooth, protecting it from further decay. It might also have the ability to seal the tiny exposed channels in the dentin that cause tooth sensitivity, potentially offering relief from that sharp pain from hot or cold foods. The comparison keratin versus fluoride to really get why this research is a big deal, it helps to compare it to fluoride, our current champ in the fight against cavities. Fluoride is the undisputed king of prevention. It works by integrating into the enamel's crystal structure, making it tougher and more resistant to acid. It's cheap, accessible, and has decades of data supporting its effectiveness. Fluoride is absolutely essential for slowing down tooth decay. The experimental keratin approach, however, seems to play a different role. While fluoride strengthens existing enamel and helps slow decay, the goal of keratin research is to actually rebuild the lost surface structure. So, the best way to think about it is this: fluoride is our gold standard for prevention. Keratin-based technology could one day become a tool for repair. They aren't necessarily competitors. They could be part of a powerful, combined strategy for total tooth health, one that both protects and rebuilds. If you're finding this as fascinating as we do, and if the idea of rebuilding teeth with natural proteins excites you, consider subscribing for more updates on this kind of revolutionary science. We're constantly on the lookout for the next big breakthroughs in health and technology. The implications of future you can sink your teeth into the potential implications of this research, if it proves successful, are enormous. Let's imagine what the future of dentistry might look like. First, imagine a daily use toothpaste or mouthwash that doesn't just protect your teeth, but actively helps repair early enamel damage while you brush. Those initial white spot lesions, the first signs of a cavity, could potentially be reversed at home before they ever need a dentist's drill. Second, for more targeted repair, dentists could apply a professional-grade keratin gel directly onto a weakened area of a tooth. This could help halt early decay in its tracks and reduce the need for fillings. Third, there's the potential benefit for people who suffer from tooth sensitivity. By sealing the exposed tubules in the dentin, this kind of coating could offer lasting relief from the pain that makes eating ice cream or drinking hot coffee a nightmare. And finally, there's a promising sustainability angle. The keratin used in the King's College London study was sourced from sheep's wool, a byproduct of the wool industry. This technology could turn a waste product into a valuable clinical resource. It's a potentially eco-friendly biomaterial that avoids the synthetic resins often used in dental work. As one researcher noted, keratin treatments might also look more natural, as they can better match the color of the original tooth. The road ahead hurdles and hopes, of course, it's really important to keep a level head. This is a breakthrough, but it's a breakthrough in the lab. The road from a promising laboratory study to a product on your bathroom shelf is a long and winding one. Some researchers have optimistically suggested a consumer product could be available within a few years, but that is highly speculative and depends on the results of many more trials. Before that can happen, the technology has to go through rigorous clinical trials to prove its safety and long-term effectiveness in actual human mouths. Scientists need to be sure the new layer is stable and can withstand the daily grind of chewing, brushing, and exposure to all kinds of foods. Regulatory agencies will need to approve any new formulations, and companies will have to figure out how to scale up production. These are significant hurdles, but the scientific foundation is strong. This research is part of a larger, exciting trend in medicine toward regenerative solutions that work with the body's natural processes. So, no, this toothpaste isn't literally made from hair clippings. But the core idea, once a sci-fi fantasy, is now a scientific reality in the making. The very same protein that makes up the hair on your head is the foundation for research that could one day lead to a gel or paste that helps rebuild the armor on your teeth. We are on the cusp of a potential new era in dentistry, one focused not just on patching damage, but on true regeneration. It's a future where we might be able to heal the earliest signs of cavities, using sustainable materials inspired by nature itself. The journey from the lab to our lives is just beginning, but it promises a future where our smiles are not only protected but actively restored. What do you think of this innovation? Would you try a toothpaste that could help regrow your enamel? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more deep dives into the science that's shaping our future, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.